Hey, from now on, just go ahead and count me out the dating pool here in DC because it is just boring. Like, nothing about dating in DC feels good. I'm just completely out of it, but I want to explain myself and maybe you guys might understand and feel the same way. Okay, first of all, everybody in DC is just kind of like, they're just stuck up. You just get this feeling that no one wants to break their character, that they're larger than life, they're really important, they all have these really important things going on in their life, and everyone's just like at a stalemate trying to figure out who's more important than who. No one wants to like humble themselves to be like, hey, you know, I actually find you attractive, or hey, I actually feel like you would be a valuable asset to my life. Everyone feels like they are the prize basically out here, men and women. And then on top of that, the way everyone dresses out here, you know, when it comes to the dating world, just really ain't it. Like, people dress nice, don't get me wrong. There's a very attractive dressing styles, but attractive for like, you know, doing business or something, but not attractive in a way where like, oh, this is someone who I like and I want to touch and possibly cuddle in bed, or I don't know. Another thing about the way people dress out here says romance. It says business, a business partner, you know, things like that. And so that leads to basically everyone's confidence levels out here being just like ridiculously too high. Being confident is usually an attractive trait, no matter, you know, what you are. But it just seems like people's confidence levels are scaled at a ridiculously high amount. And it's almost like I compare it to like if you was to take a bunch of kings and queens and put them in like one room, like a dance floor, like who's gonna bow down to who? Like who's gonna fold and, you know, court the other person or chase the other person? That's how it feels like when you're trying to go be outside in the social environment in DC. It's like everyone looks at themselves as like a very important person, and that they're the thing that will be valuable in the other person's life. So the other person needs to realize that, and everyone has no problem just being like, you know what, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work because it's the other person's fault, not because, you know, they did anything wrong. Just it's always the other person's fault, and that the other person is the one that's always missing out. And it's just annoying. I'm just kind of tired of dealing with that energy, or even just seeing it when it's not even me. And so with that said, it makes me feel like I never even really want to come outside. I really just find myself coming outside out of like pure boredom, but not because I want to date. Like right now, I'm about to go check out this music festival or some little festival that's going on here in DC because I saw it on the map earlier, and I'm like, you know what, it'd be cool to get outside the house, but I'm not out here looking to find nobody. It seems like women feel like they deserve to be desired no matter where they are in life, no matter how they look, how smart they are, what type of money they have. It feels like they all just feel like just because they're female, they deserve to be picked regardless. Okay, ladies, I have a question for y'all. When's the last time you thought about what a man wants from you versus what you want a man to want from you? I'm gonna say that again. When's the last time you thought about what a man actually wants and not what you want the man to want? Like, if y'all want to be chosen or be in these relationships, then you literally just gotta be what it is that guys want. And I feel like a lot of women are fighting it because they feel like they want us to want what they want us to want, not what nature is making us want. Y'all can't change the way we are. You can't change nature. You can't go against the world, but y'all try every single day, and that's why y'all be frustrated. And the reason why I say this so passionately is because men, we're always being focused or always being confronted with what women want us to do for them, you know, and we have to sit here and self-reflect all the time and work hard to become those type of people that women want to be with. But I feel like a lot of women just feel like it doesn't matter where they are in life or what they're doing with their life. Just because they're a woman, they just deserve like heaven, basically. And I think it's crazy because they're not doing anything that is like self-improvement or anything like that. They just feel like just because they breathe air and oxygen, it puts them in the category of being wifey material or being princess material. And no, it does not. So with that said, I say this. I gotta be honest with y'all. Nowadays, I don't feel excited whatsoever to even think about dating because going on a date in general feels literally equivalent to doing a job interview. Just from the way you dress, from the way you talk, the things you talk about, the way it feels like both people are trying to impress each other. It just, the judgment, it all feels like a damn job interview. Like you're being interviewed for a job and not necessarily like see if you're compatible and could possibly fall in love and stuff like that. All that doesn't even seem possible in DC. And with that said, I feel like I'm humbly choosing not to participate in DC in the dating out here because it's just trash, man. I think I'm gonna stay at home. I'm gonna get my house the way I want it so I can be really, really comfortable. So when it gets winter time outside, I don't even feel the will to even want to go outside or feel like I need to go out for anything unless it's like to get groceries maybe? I don't know. That's just my 2 cents right now on what's going on in the dating world here in DC. I didn't check that list that came out recently as far as like where DC fell on it, but I just felt like it should have been in the top 10, really top 5, because it's really trash out here. I think the only city that I can think of that really is worse is Houston and maybe New York. This heat is ridiculous today. I can't believe I'm even saying that it's hot in DC still, and it's about to be October. This is the longest it's ever stayed warm in my opinion. I'm sure other people who are from DC are gonna say that it doesn't start getting colder until later, but yeah, it's pretty cold right now. I mean, it's pretty hot. I sweated for a couple hours not too long ago. So I gotta give DC its props. It's actually not as cold as usual. And the sky is actually pretty blue. Pretty blue. I guess you could say that's a positive. See, I'm saying positive things about DC. I ain't always just bashing.